being.
Indeed.
He's not an ordinary person, he is an angel. Now that is the whole atmosphere. Why should they start cutting their hands after declaring him to be an angel? Panic there would have been. Now, another thing, the attitude adopted by the other Muslim scholars regarding this incident is that they create a story behind the story themselves.
Indeed, yes.
And the story is that they wanted to involve Hazrat Yusuf salam, the Joseph peace be upon him, in a criminal assault on all the ladies.
I see.
And that is what created panic, and this is why the knives which were in their hands, went, all topsy-turvy and crazy, and
this is
why they got injured in the end, in that commotion that evolved from this. Now this is so nonsensical an explanation that no sane man can accept it for a moment. Can you? The fact is, how Hazrat Yusuf ﷺ could be expected by any sane man of that age to attack a revelry, a party of ladies, and for his personal voluptuous ends.
Indeed.
And that is no way of giving expression to one's, one's sexual desire or things. That in a full formally carried out party where knives are being used and forks are being used while eating, suddenly the man should go completely out of his mind and start attacking the ladies for such purposes. That is the only explanation which I have read by way of the background scene.
I see.
Why the word katana adiyan was used. That again is rejectable on the face of it.
Actually, what kept me asking this question over and over again was that there is a second reference to the same event later on. فَلَمَّا جَاءَهُ الرَّسُولُ قَالَ ارْجِعْ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ فَاسْأَلْهُ مَا بَالُ النِّسْوَةِ اللَّاتِي قَطَّعْنَ أَيْدِيَهُنَّ إِنَّ رَبِّي بِكَيْدِهِنَّ عَلِيمٌ. Now, here again, a reference is made to this particular event. Now, if there was no physical being of that particular event, then how come people would know about this particular thing?
Now, I understand your point. This becomes more difficult to explain in view of the second reference.
Indeed.
That I agree. But if it becomes more difficult, more absurd explanation should not be forwarded.
Indeed.
I mean,
it should not be.
First you must reject such explanations as absurd.
Yes.
And then try to find, some meaningful,
plausible
story, what might have happened.
Indeed.
So that would be anybody's guess. It would still be a guess, but not a guess which is nonsensical entirely. So what I have rejected is nonsensical anyway. The Holy Quran could not mean it. It's impossible to have happened in human affairs. So their plot must have been something else, some other plot, which also involved either physical cutting of their hands, injuring their hands, or which involved, ultimately, as Yusuf might have referred to this, that they themselves know that they had failed.
Yes.
Those ladies,
indeed,
which had plotted against me, and they themselves know that they failed to influence me.
Yes.
Now the plot might have been that these ladies would gather together, and some of them, or a few of them, may report a completely fabricated story to the authorities.
Yes.
That we were getting together and Yusuf went away with some ladies someplace, and we had the chance to see that that event and so on, such a plot might have been,
Procured.
might have been effected or made by them. But this is, as I said, anybody's guess.
Indeed.
But the Holy Quran does not mention. We don't know. We can only project plausible stories, possibilities behind the scene.
Indeed.
But those possibilities which I have mentioned are not acceptable to me as I am. And I think not many with some common sense should reject those rejected stories.
Yes.
Now, as far as this difficulty is concerned, in view of this, I think I'll have to reconsider the whole situation.
Indeed.
The word katana here
Indeed.
would have to be explained in a way as to satisfy our mind fully. Otherwise, just in that verse, if you say katana means an acceptance of frustration or admission of total defeat or being incapable of producing anything, here it would be difficult to translate it like that.
Indeed.
You're right there. Because here Yusuf is referring to them.
Indeed.
So one has to ponder over it again. At least I think I'm not ready to answer this part of the question as yet. Inshallah, thank you for pointing out, and I will ponder and pray Allah may show me light.
Inshallah. Thank you. Islam.
Yes? Any other? Yes?
Assalamu alaikum. I went to talk with a Jewish person and we sit down. He said in religion, every religion has different sects. They are fighting with each other. And in all religion, they are creating hatred with other religion. So why this is going on this world? And we should cooperate.
What was the answer?
I told to him that we believe in Brahman Messiah. He came at this time when he is creating peace and harmony with every religion, and Islam is being interpreted on right basis, and no grudge or no kind of any enmity with any person.
So what did he say then?
He was happy to hear
at
this.
least one.
Yes.
So you tell him that already we exist, come and join.
Yeah.
Such a religion as you are in search of, which doesn't plead hatred of anybody else, or any religion or sect, already exists. Instead of forming a new sect or new religion, come and join us.
Yes, he was quite pleased in the long discussion at the moment. Then we have a Iraqi Muslim. He came there. We are trying to get connection with him as well. So.
Jimmy Sahib, do you have to say anything? Usman Sahib?
I'm thinking sometime I should ask some questions in connection with commentary of Holy Quran, so that I can get some idea.
Yes, please.
From
Yes, ask us. Very good, very good idea of yours. I like it. Because then we will enter a very valuable discussion, inshallah.
You see, Chinese classic book, Yi Jing, means change.
Yes.
It mentions that heaven and earth and human being as well, they get four kind of attributes.
Huh?
They get kind of
Closer to the microphone, a bit closer.
heaven and earth. Heaven and earth
Yes.
and the human being,
Yes.
even another creatures, every one of them get four kind of characters
Four characters.
or attributes
Yes, sir.
or sifat.
Yes.
But it is not mentioned